Got a little double team. Now, you see the way Perry didn't actually double team him, but he put that hand on him. That's just a check. That helps out the guy next to him as you look at Culpepper going off.
He's had a bad heel.
He's had a bad heel.
Been having to take a little medicine on that heel for the last 5 weeks.
Little needle medicine.
Went without it last week, had to get it at halftime. So Anthony McFarland checks in for Culpepper, and McNown has to get rid of it before he wants to as Barber comes on the corner blitz.
Nice pressure there by Barber. But I was getting back to that point with Warren Sapp. You don't necessarily always use a pure double. It's just the hand that can help out enough to keep him out of your backfield. They're always conscious of where he's at. And this will be interesting to see what happens down in the defensive line now with Culpepper out. Like I said, Warren Sapp creates a lot for Culpepper, and that guy there, McFarland, he's going to have to take up the slack.
#1 draft pick out of LSU for the Buccaneers. 3rd down and 6. McNown going for Robinson. Underthrown, caught. No, he's out of bounds.
I think he's out.
Seen Marcus Robinson make that play all year long.
I don't think that they were trying to throw the stop fade because Robinson could probably take him up the field. That ball's just a little bit too outside. You see, that's the thing that Robinson does well, and he's playing with a hurt quad. He adjusts to the ball great in the air, and he's got that ability to just snatch it out of the air. Bottom line is the Bucs once again thwart the efforts of the Bears offense to get off the field.
Good punt from Sauerbrunn. Carl Williams from his 10. Takes 1 tackle up to the 20-yard line. A 10-yard return. Frankie Smith makes the play. A 47-yard punt. Well, get ready for the Greed Fest. 3 nights of TV's richest game show, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. The only network television game show that can give away over $2 million. Greed Fest. The 3-night event starts Wednesday at 9, 8 Central here on Fox.
I like the way you said that. $2
million. I love it when they give away those millions.
Key there is give it away.
First quarter winding down. Minute 14 left. No score yet in the ball game. In fact, not much offense at all. Work done. Hit in the backfield by Ricardo McDonald.
You know, as this run game gets stymied, sooner or later, the game's going to go more in the hands of Sean King, and they're going to have to force the ball down the field. Now, they're not panicking right now, and that's a sign of a veteran coaching staff. You know, they're holding their cards. They're taking what the defense gives them, and then they're just punting the football, as you can see there. They're not going to rush the game in Sean King's hands, and that's smart. This is a big game. The last thing you want to do is have key turnovers early and put yourself in a hole with a rookie quarterback.
I wouldn't mind putting it in King's hands with the results that he's had. Warwick Dunn breaking tackles. Warwick Dunn gets the first down up to the 33. Chris Hudson finally got him.
Now those are the hands that you want to put the game in right there. You know, they lessened his role around midseason, and it got more to Allstott and all that, but you're fooling yourself if you don't prepare for Warwick Dunn as much as you prepare for Mike Allstott.
That'll be the final play of the first quarter here in Chicago. Soldier Field, a beautiful day. The score, Tampa Bay 0, Chicago 0. We'll be back for the start of the second quarter after a word from your local Fox station.
Wine lovers know. A great red needs to breathe. Wine lovers know. A fine Chardonnay loves to be swirled. Wine lovers know the new vintage of Turning Leaf.
You're watching Fox NFL Sunday.
Lease a 2000 Sierra two-wheel drive SLE for as low as $299 a month. Residency restrictions apply. Call for important lease details.
Attention Buccaneers fans. The only way to guarantee your seat for any home playoff games this year is to be a season ticket holder for the 2000 season. To purchase season tickets for the 2000 season, Raymond James Stadium will be open all day tomorrow from 12 noon to 9 p.m. so you can come in and pick your exact seat location. Again, this is the only way to guarantee yourself a seat for any home playoff games. For more information, check your Sunday sports section or visit Buccaneers.com and feel the power.
Island to different strokes.
I tried to hang myself with a telephone cord.
TV Guide's truth behind the sitcom Scandals 2. All new at 8/7 Central Fox Wednesday.
We have played 15 minutes here at Chicago. You see the first quarter statistics. Only thing stands out, time of possession for the Buccaneers. Haven't been able to do anything with it, has either offense. King to Green. Biggest play of the day for Tampa Bay, all the way into Bears territory for the first time, down to the 44.
There's an example of what I'm talking about, pushing that ball up the field. 1st and 10, take your shot. Nice separation there by Jacquez Green. Just a simple in route, but the key is he gets separation right in here. That's where he's going to end up. But look at this throw by King. I mean, that's a bullet. He's got to get that right over somebody's hand coming up. That's a nice shot. I'm impressed with King's accuracy. People talk about his poise and the confidence and all that. I think he's a lot better thrower than people give him credit for.
Jacquez Green right now with 5 grabs and 50 yards. Sean King looking for it all down the field, overshoots. Green incomplete, and right now let's find out what's happening in Minnesota. Here's JB.
Well, you'll take a look at Detroit evening it up. Take a look at Backus' pass off the hands of Herman Moore right to Johnny Morton, just like they drew it up Ron Pitts. It's now knotted at 7. Back to Ray and Ron.
Thank you, JB, and keep a close eye on that Minnesota-Detroit game as Tampa Bay, they lose here today. Minnesota has a chance for the win. In fact, they would win the Central Division if they beat Detroit today. Critical games in the NFC Central. 2nd down and 10. Allstott runs into Minter, pushes the pile for a couple yards. To note here that Brad Culpepper has a sprained right foot. Return in doubt.
Look how loose these guys are. Look at Mike Wells there, just walking along laughing. Nice play there by Minter. Minter a couple weeks ago talked to us about taking on Allstott and how he's a load, and you know how you make sure that you get ready to spend extra time in the whirlpool the day after.
That's what Ricardo McDonald was talking about as well. He said, hey, I spent 2 hours in the whirlpool after the last time we played these guys. It's a big whirlpool battle.
It's a big 3rd down battle here.
King with time, throws it outside to Allstott. Terry Cousin there with a good tackle in open field. Bucks will have to punt.
Bears bring the pressure, but the pressure doesn't even get there. I'm not sure don't know why King didn't look down the field. Here comes the A-gap pressure, and they pick it up. Warwick done a nice job. But the check down over here, I'd throw that one. I mean, you're going to throw the ball to Allstott. He's well beyond or below the 1st down marker. You're going to make that throw, make that shot above the 1st down marker.
Royals tries to pooch this, does so, and gets a nice bounce, and we'll see where the official stops. And there he is at the 7-yard line, a 32-yard punt. Backs up the Bears. No score yet here in Chicago.
The Bears 7. 32 yards.
It's okay. It's not a live animal. It's not the shoes that you wanted.
The Lexus December to Remember sales event.
Honey, you gotta see this.
Okay.
You'll find values you never believed possible.
You like it?
A tad.
Whoa.
The December to Remember sales event ends January 3rd. Missing it would definitely spoil the surprise. See your Lexus dealer.
Big news! My Honey Barbecue wings are back. Got a new sandwich, too.
Now get your KFC Honey Barbecue 2 ways. Wings or in the new Honey Barbecue sandwich. Each just $1.99.
reaches Earth. Rated PG-13.
Dr. Pepper, you make the world taste better, yeah. You make the world taste better. Feel good. You make the world taste better.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Lexus and our relentless pursuit of perfection. By KFC, now get that honey barbecue taste 2 ways, wings and in our new honey barbecue sandwich. By MGM, the millennium is here. Now pray for the universe. Supernova, rated PG-13. And by Dr. Pepper and your local Dr. Pepper bottler. Dr. Pepper makes the world taste better.
So an excellent punt by Mark Royals pins the Bears back at their own 7-yard line, where they start this drive. No score yet here in Chicago. McNown looking to dump the football. Now he'll have to scramble. And he is hit from behind by Anthony McFarland.
I don't know why McNown didn't throw his first read. Now he looked to his right. You see Donnie Abraham breaking up on it. But like I said before, you hold the ball in this business, and there's Ingram. You hold the ball in this business, and most of the time you're going to eat it.
I don't know why he didn't dump it to Allen at that point, but it's 2nd down and 8. And now he gives it to James Allen, and Allen with a crease all the way out to the 22-yard line, and finally we see some life from the Bears offense.
James Allen is a guy stepping in, and I talked to some of the coaches this morning. I said, what will Allen give you that Enos didn't? Make you miss, they all said. He's got the quick feet, and he's got a little of that shake that can make you miss right there. You see, he tried to throw some there on Damian, but the bottom line is they need a guy that can give them something more positive in terms of yardage per carry in the run game than they had from Enos. Even though Enos has been hurt, they're looking for that.
On 1st and 10, Allen again. John Lynch finally gets him down. Gain of 8 on the play.
And then also, Allen has more speed. Now, he may not have the same kind of top end as some of the great ones out there like Marshall Faulk and those guys, but right there, you see that quick acceleration through the hole? That's what you need. And now the Tampa Bay is going to have to think about bringing John Lynch down in that 8-man. And when you do that, you force single coverage and you make yourself vulnerable on the outside for the pass.
Bootleg.
There's a tight end.
McNown misses Ingram.
Now there is a case or a rookie quarterback not seeing everything on the field. Had it set up perfectly. The tight end right here. Allred's going to drag across the field. Throw it right now. He's open. Look at the linebacker hasn't even found him yet, but Eddie tries to force it to the wrong side of the field. Those are little things that tell you when you're in tune, when you're in key, and how to set up an offense and when you got a defense on their heels.
3rd and 2. And this is where the Bears will miss Curtis Enos, because he had run 12 out of 13 first downs on 3rd and short, but Lynch comes up and stops Allen.
Right. Plus, they put themselves in a bad position the play before by not getting the yardage on. Then you get Lynch. And we said sooner or later, John Lynch is going to be involved in it. John Lynch is like the hitman. You know, he's a sniper. If you've been running the football and you've been hurting him, they're going to send him after you. And this guy,
contract out on you.
It's one shot, one kill.
Good punt from Sauerbrunn. Puts Carl Williams back at his 21.
Nice
flags out as Williams squirms his way up to the 29. A 49-yard punt, 9-yard return. Ray Austin made the tackle. We'll see what Ron Winter says about the flag. Haven't seen a lot of intensity coming from Tampa Bay yet on their offensive football team. You'd think with what they have at stake here, you'd see a little more coming out of them, a little more fire. It seems like they're kind of just treading softly at this point.
I think it's that, and I think a little bit, if they might be a little tight. You know, this is a big chance to do a lot of things going into the playoffs.
Holding. 25 of the return team. A 10-yard penalty. First down.
So Brian Kelly gets caught holding. It'll back the Bucks up. They'll try to get something going on offense when we come back.
First 10.
I know that look. You're trying to decide which DVD player you should buy, aren't you? Based on your existing home theater system, be sure to get something with Dolby Digital decoding.
If learning about DVD players were this easy, you wouldn't need a place like 800.com. But it isn't. So you do.
Call me. I'll help you set it up.
800.com. Everything you always wanted from an electronics store and more.
Yeah, Jack. Send him whatever you want, but just send it to him. Yeah, great. Yeah, everything's great. Yeah. Tell him I want those IPTs on my desk, 7 a.m. Hey, I love you too, baby. Yeah.
The second season begins next Sunday on Fox.
Damn liar! You won't believe the traffic violations that we've caught on tape. Getting a Ticket in America. Thursday at 8 on Fox.
Ray Bentley and Ron Pitts here in Soldier Field. Chicago, no score yet. The Buccaneers with the ball at their own 11. Allstott shakes his way up to the 15, 16-yard line. Barry Minter makes the tackle.
And Allstott is about a step away from breaking that one a long distance. One thing that Allstott does well for a guy that's over 250 pounds is he can adjust with one step. You know, see that right there. He can change and hop from one foot to the next and then get some acceleration off that. Usually big guys can't get started back up fast enough after they make those cuts. He can.
They mark the ball at the 14, so it's 2nd down and 7, Tampa Bay. King throws it out quick. It's complete to Jaquez Green. 6th catch of the day for Green, another first down.
As long as Jaquez Green has off coverage from the cornerback on the other side there, Azuma, they need to throw this all day long. Look at that distance here. What would you throw? I mean, he doesn't even have to run down 2 yards, 3 yards. He's got 5, 7 yards before anybody can touch him.
First and 10. King changes the play to a run, and Warwick Dunn starts to cut back and then squirms up into the hole for 3 yards. Warwick Holman makes the tackle. A lot of playoff important games going on this weekend. One for the battle for the home field in the AFC. Jacksonville and Indianapolis tied coming into this one. And because of that, if they both win or if they both lose, then the Colts must win by 15 more points than the Jaguars. That's the conference net point differential. It's the tiebreaker that it goes down to.
And Buffalo really has nothing to gain or lose with a win or loss.
Well, with Buffalo up 14-3, and you throw them points out the window as Allstott comes close to the first down. Barry Minter again with the stop.
So far this game, the defense has kept both offenses going. And you definitely see that for Tampa Bay. And I think if the Bears are going to do anything, it's going to come off of turnovers where they get good field position or just flat out big plays, because even though the Bucs defense gives up stuff, they shut it down sooner or later.
And both coaches worried about big plays when we talked to them this week. We haven't seen any big plays yet. 3rd down and 1. King tries to sneak, but his feet didn't ever move. I mean, you need to be careful with that ball, but when you run a sneak, you got to move your feet. He just kind of leaned over the pile.
That was really a lackluster effort of trying to get the first down. I mean, if you're going to sneak for the first down, you got to take the ball, get low, and drive as hard as you can. Watch his feet.
One step, two step, and lean. I mean, he got
we need to send Sean to quarterback sneak 101 in the offseason.
Quarterback sneak's an easy thing to do, but I've never seen it more poorly executed. So Royals comes on and hammers this punt. Milburn's not even going to get it. Now it'll stop. No, it goes into the end zone. Wow.
Royals almost got a huge punt.
Almost backed that thing up. Ends up to be a 65-yard punt for Mark Royals, his longest of the season. And the Bears will have it at the 20-yard line.
Introducing the Sprint PCS wireless web phone by Motorola. The power of the internet is in your hand.
Now take a journey to a beautiful, happy place. And Debbie, where are you?
In a beautiful garden.
Brad?
I'm on a sandy beach.
Richard?
I'm at my computer trading stocks on Ameritrade for $8.
$8? Flat rate?
$8. I'm off the beach. I'm trading stocks.
Chant with the freedom Ameritrade brings.
Trading with Ameritrade is very relaxing.
Mom, look at that. That is the one I want.
Sweetie.
Everybody's got
We can't get that now.
Come on.
Honey, what did I say?
Check this out.
No.
I haven't gotten a toy in so long. Come on.
No.
I have to get that.
Little kids get what they want.
Sweetie.
Shouldn't you?
Okay.
Yes. Woo!
Solara. An entirely different kind of Camry. It's for you.
Thanks so much. I love you. You're the best in the world. Thanks.
An alien encounter.
Oh my God.
Is just the beginning to an unforgettable episode. The X-Files, tonight at 9, 8 Central on Fox.
Look at his left knee. Big Cat Williams out. They're looking at his left knee, his sprained knee. That means Jerry Wisney will take over for him. And you saw the graphic down there. 7 first downs in the game, 9 punts. And it's out to Marty Booker.
Great play on the screen. And the way they stopped that screen, you have to be able to penetrate, and you got to be able to get pursuit to it, and that's exactly what Rondé Barber did. He took a shot, he recognized it, which is the first part of it, right there. Now see, he sees the receiver step back, he knows what it is immediately, and then he goes and makes the play. But look at all the white shirts running to the ball. It's another thing this defense does great. They have great speed, and they all fly around the ball.
On 2nd down and 10, McNown goes from the shotgun. Pocket breaks down, he'll scramble, and now he dumps it, and it's intercepted. Donnie Abraham. Abraham,
he'll score.
Touchdown Bucks.
And they got a flag down.
The ground pass was intercepted.
We talked about this being a defensive battle so far. And if this holds up, boy, the way
John Lynch looked,
they didn't look too happy about
Tampa.
it.
A block below the waist on the return. So Tampa Bay will get the ball, just not the score. Ball was intended for Bobby Ingram.
A low block. Number 20 of the return team. 15-yard penalty. First down.
Rondé Barber commits the penalty, but the Bucks will have the ball on their own 29.
First of all, McNown tucks the ball too soon. You tuck the ball right now, you're telling everybody, hey, I'm running. Then he tries to pull it up and make the throw. No way.
Bad throw.
No way, because he's got to take it out of a tuck position and then throw it. And Donnie Abraham, and that's just a late Christmas present. And there's the clip by Rondé Barber.
7th interception of the year for Rondé Barber, for Donnie Abraham. Sets the Bucks up on first down, down to the 25.
Now this is where Tampa Bay has to be better. They've had trouble in the red area. in the red zone, like from the 20 going in, 25 going in. The defense has handed them a gift. If you look at Minter down.
He got tangled up with Frank Middleton, and Middleton was down for a minute too.
There was a 4-yard gain.
Middleton got up, but Minter hasn't yet.
The defense has handed the offense a gift here. And the way their production has been, they need to take advantage of this. And these games have been low-scoring games. You remember the last one? All field goals. There's Minter right there. Yeah, I think he gets rolled up on.
There's Middleton.
By Brian.
I don't know.
Brian.
A lot
Robinson.
of bodies in there.
A lot of stuff going on down there.
Ella, they're looking at the left knee of Barry Minter, and you hate to see that.
Well, they've been so good inside. I think Minter's had a big hand to that, along with the 2 tackles.
All right, we're going to take a break right now as Barry Minter seeks attention.
Cincinnati 7.
Oh.
It's okay. It's only a Corolla.
Move it up!
The 2000 Corolla, now with a VVTi engine. It's more powerful than you think.
What?
Just past the rectory and up some cold gray stairs is the best place on earth to buy electronics, videos, books, even your favorite country music. It's Sister Maria's room. Because Sister Maria has 2 very important things: access to Amazon.com, the best site for finding whatever you have a passion for, and Visa, the online currency. A great way to buy Hank Williams' 40 Greatest Hits, and of course, something to play it on. Visa, it's everywhere you want to be.
We're at the crossroads. We know how hard it was to get here. There is no reason to stop. The countdown begins. It's our time. Let's go. Let's get this party started. The countdown begins. The NFL playoffs. One glittering goal. The NFL playoffs. One glittering goal. The NFL playoffs.
Tomorrow, it's a full hour of That 70s Show.
You're way prettier than Bowie.
Well, I'm prettier than you. A special night tomorrow at 8, 7 Central on Fox.
Barry Minter runs off the field after that injury.
I don't get that.
One of them quick healing deals.
He must have took some good herbs.
Well, Sean Harris filled in for him, and Warwick Dunn takes it, and Sean Harris makes that tackle, bringing up a 3rd down and 4.
It's easy to get rolled up by your own guys. There's Minter's leg, there's knee.
See, it kind of hyperextends a little.
Yeah, we're no doctors, but we did stay at the Ritz-Carlton last night, so.
Yes, we did. Dr. Pitts, Dr. Bentley. Yes.
That's a hyperextension. I've seen it before. That's exactly what it is. Now he laid back down. He ran off, but laid back down.
Yeah, well, they were tested out.
Yeah.
Bears defense will be tested out on this 3rd down and 4. Can the Bucs capitalize on the Abraham interception? King throws a slant to Green, complete for the 1st down. Jaquez Green inside the 10 to the 9, a gain of 15. He beat Tony Parrish.
If King's got a money guy, it's Jaquez Green. He's getting open all over the field. Watch the inside move. Boom. And then the nice swat with the hand. That's why they say as a corner, never cross over when you're in bump and run. But the ball is right where it needs to be.
Green just tied a career high, 7 catches. We're only in the 2nd quarter as Allstott starts, falls forward to the 6 for a couple of yards.
And I think this is one thing you have to be able to do in the red zone is run the football. That's why teams get in a lot of trouble. So I would expect to see some of Allstott. I would expect to see maybe some Dunn down here. But I think in this end of the field, this year, it's been all Mike Allstott.
2nd down and goal to go. Allstott on the draw. Hit by Flanagan inside the 5, down to the 4-yard line.
Bears have done a good job of not letting